Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight at 10. I'm Brooke Buckner here with meteorologist Simone Thomas, and we had some pretty active weather around the state today, but it looks like things are calming down a bit tonight.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to be able to breathe a sigh of relief as they go to bed tonight. That risk of severe weather has moved out of the state. As you see, that main line of storms is kind of starting to move too far out of the range of our radar site here in North Little Rock, so you're not able to see it as clear as we were earlier, but that's great news. That means it's east of the Mississippi River, more of a problem for Mississippi, Tennessee areas east of us. Now, as we continue through the evening tomorrow, likely going to be a lot calmer. As you see those temperatures hanging out in the lower to middle 40s in the afternoon. We'll start out fairly cloudy, looking to see some sunshine in the afternoon, but now we're shifting gears from the severe weather to the threat of winter weather. So we've issued another weather impact alert for Tuesday and Wednesday because we've got some wintry mix that we need to talk about with some colder temperatures that'll stick around as well. This is likely going to have some impacts on your travel, so stick around for that 11-day outlook. All the details are coming up in just a few.
Thanks, Simone. And with the cold weather on the way, staying warm is a top priority. That's why tomorrow night from 8 until 8 a.m. Monday morning, the North Little Rock Community Center will be open for anyone needing a warm place to stay. Anyone who is considering going is encouraged to bring your own snacks, drinks, and entertainment. Pets are also welcome. The City of Little Rock is also opening a warming shelter at the Dunbar Community Center tomorrow from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. Monday. No identification is required and pets are also welcome there. The city says they will likely announce more hours early in the week for the colder weather expected in the coming days. This is a list of other community centers in Little Rock that are open throughout the winter. Each of these will be open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saline County will also open its own Tuesday at 6 p.m. and stay open until Thursday at noon. It'll be located at Northside Church of Christ, right next door to Saline Memorial Hospital. If you already have a place to stay but would like to volunteer, you can call the number on your screen. That number also works for anyone who needs help or just has a question. An update for you tonight on the missing 11-year-old girl in Sherwood. According to police, she has been found safe. Now to a story we've been following closely. You may remember us telling you about Sonya Massie, a woman with ties to Arkansas who was shot and killed in her home in Springfield, Illinois last summer. Wednesday would have been her 37th birthday, and today friends and family came together to celebrate her life. THV 11's Maya Ellison caught up with some of her family in Pine Bluff and shows us how they're honoring her.
Well, Brooke, I'm here in Pine Bluff for a birthday memorial celebration honoring the life and legacy of Sonya Massie. We spoke with her father, her sister, and other members here in honor of Miss Massie's life. But one message is clear. It's that community and family that has kept everyone going to ensure that her name lives on forever.
God's tears are coming down with the rain this morning. And she said, "Daddy, you think anybody's going to be there?" And I'm like, I got enough cousins almost in this town.
That's Sonya Massie's father, James Wilburn. He's one of several who honored Sonya with a memorial concert for her birthday. Last July, she was shot and killed by a sheriff's deputy who came to her home to respond to her call about a suspected prowler.
So today we are holding a concert in memory of my sister, Sonya Massie. We're just gathering today because we need to rebuild our communities.
While family members say things are still fresh, nothing is stopping them from keeping her name alive.
She never ended a conversation with, I love you, Daddy. And that's what this bracelet says. She's going to be forever 36.
Every time my orchids are blooming year-round and I walk past them, I think of her. Butterflies. These are things that I feel like she uses as symbols to just show us that she's still there.
Even down to her favorite color, purple. But it's not only in the everyday things, it's in the songs that echoed through the sanctuary on Saturday. Reminding each person of the love Sonya Massie has for her faith and family.
She left a legacy of togetherness. It has brought us all together. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Through tragedy, it has birthed so many blessings.
Although it's a difficult time, Sonya Massie's sister, Khadijah Wilburn Allen, says moments like these keep her going, shining a light on her sister in the present, with plans for her and her family to help those down the line.
There's a next generation to make things right for, and we want them to grow up in a space that's safe, in a place where they feel empowered.
In Pine Bluff, Maya Ellison, THV 11 News.
Thank you, Maya. Sonya Massie's father tells us Illinois legislators have presented a proposed bill after the death of his daughter. The bill aims to seek thorough reviews of law enforcement officers' past employments. A guilty plea from Hot Spring County Sheriff clears the way for him to walk out of jail, but very soon forces him out of his job. Scott Finkbeiner admitted in federal court to 1 count of lying to an FBI agent. The agreement drops 5 other charges, all stemming from an investigation into the sheriff's drug use and attempts to cover it up. The FBI arrested Finkbeiner in November of 2023 after tips and surveillance caught him doing crack and meth with a dealer under investigation. Another arrest last week set the table for yesterday's plea deal.
This was a resolution that everyone agreed with, or everyone accepted, let's put it that way.
Sentencing could come in about 4 months. He faces 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. But the judge agreed to his release from jail provided he doesn't talk to any witnesses and reports to a parole officer. Meanwhile, tonight, Israel is celebrating the return of 3 more hostages, one of them an Israeli American. At the same time, Hamas took a swing at President Trump's plan for rebuilding Gaza by resettling Palestinians outside their territory. CBS's Chris Livesay reports from Tel Aviv on the latest developments.
After nearly 500 days in Hamas captivity, it's hard to imagine better news than this. Segi Dekel-Chen, an Israeli American, hearing for the first time the name of his daughter, born just 2 months after he was kidnapped. Shahar Mazel, his wife Avital tells him. It means Dawn Luck, after a nickname he gave her when she was still in the womb. Hours earlier, Hamas paraded him through Gaza along with fellow hostages Sasha Trufanov and Yair Horn. They were not visibly emaciated like the 3 who came out last weekend. All 3 men were kidnapped from Nir Oz, a town left in ruins by the Hamas terror attack on October 7, 2023. Dekel-Chen was among the first to confront the terrorists. He was wounded and ultimately taken hostage, away from his family for 16 months. "I want Daddy," his daughter cried. On his way back to Israel, he wrote her and her 2 sisters a note. Daddy is on his way. As part of the ceasefire, Israel released hundreds of Palestinian prisoners, but this time dressing them in shirts that read, "We will not forgive or forget." Once they were freed, the shirts were destroyed. Chris Livesay, CBS News, Tel Aviv.
To some consumer news now, egg prices have reached a record high here in the U.S., with the Consumer Price Index release confirming the ongoing bird flu outbreak that began in 2022 is making eggs very expensive right now. Produce stands at the West Palm Beach Green Market often have eggs available, but it's getting harder to stock. And when they have the product, prices are at a premium.
And here the price has gone up so much until people are having to make a decision. Am I going to have eggs, and we tell them it's like sticker shock. But we get it, but we're lucky to even be able to get them because some places can't even get them, but you're getting them at a premium.
The price of a dozen grade A eggs in U.S. cities reached $4.95 last month, eclipsing the previous record of $4.82 from January 2023. Of course, that is only the nationwide average. A carton of eggs can cost $10 or more in some places, and specialized varieties such as organic and cage-free eggs are even more expensive. The Hillary Clinton Children's Library and Learning Center hosted a Black History Month celebration this morning. Today's events were focused on celebrating legends and legacies by teaching through fun activities. There was line dancing, arts and crafts, cookie decorating, and story time. The author of Bullies, one of the books read today, hopes kids can learn from the story.
Accountability and peer-to-peer conflict resolution is one of the main things that I focus on, because it's so easy to say go tell the teacher, but we have to grow up with your peers. So I want children to really embrace being able to solve problems within their own communities in a healthy fashion.
If you think you may be interested in the book, you can find it on revoltrenaissancepublishing.com. And if you're still looking for ways to celebrate Black History Month, time is running out. Here's a list of events left in Little Rock from now until the end of the month. And in North Little Rock, only 2 events are yet to be celebrated this month. For a complete list of times and locations, you can head to our website, thv11.com. After the break, a 16-month-old baby is putting up the ultimate fight. How she could soon receive a life-changing gift.
And confidence is increasing in the likelihood of us seeing some winter weather next week. Now, where we'll see that snow versus that ice still kind of begs a question. With more details coming up for the week ahead, right after this break.